like actually on camera these days. I see two kind of circles, and one is like got a section that's filled in, and I don't remember when I've clicked that what that means. And then there's three dots. I don't know why. Well, okay. But yeah, I don't see that. Maybe on my other device. I'm not sure. There's the dog laying nice. It's showing him in the opposite direction because the camera does that sometimes. That he's kind of facing, or that his head is at. But I'm not sure if I'm expecting a call or not. One meeting got rescheduled, and the other one, and it's still early, but I'm feeling it. I've been kind of getting into doing YouTube, even though it's kind of a bit hit and miss. One meeting got rescheduled. Good boys. And the other one, or my other call is from somebody who's probably going to be going out and starting to do her appointments for the day, and not likely to, unless she has a gap, which, I mean, a little while ago, the other day when we talked, it sounded like Friday was kind of available, but I mean, things may change quickly as far as that goes, and she might become available sooner. But I don't know if copyright's going to get that. He's being so good and calm.
And down and killed 14. Friday, mix of sun and clouds. No in the afternoon.
Yeah, Saturday evening isn't looking great weather now, but probably going to be busing. I'll turn that off in a moment once I find something. But yeah, but the other day, I came on with this music book. Took a bunch recently, but this one most recently. And it's got nice color photos in it, actually. And it's not a huge book, but I'm thinking, not the trigger song, but it's not one that I'm thinking of. Funny, after doing some Sarah McLaughlin songs recently, Baby Bop. Okay, now he realizes, oh, you are podcasting. Let's see here. You ready to sing, are you, Sonny? That's an interesting song. I don't know if I want to do it, though. And going to be watching it. That's a weird title. I almost feel like I know by the time I get to Phoenix. Do you? I don't remember. I guess it's when I say, do you know? As opposed to, did you know? Mary, did you know? But do you know the way to San Jose? I've been so long. It's kind of a weird melody. So, that one kind of makes me think, perhaps or no. I'm sure I'll find one or two in here that I want to do. And then me and Glenn will do a cover version together later. And then I'll read that. But I just figured, good boy, Sonny laying there. I just figured I'm not really doing much else. I should have came down with the guitar. I kind of forgot that it was not down here. Although I'm sure my eye kind of glanced at it when I was upstairs a few moments ago. But I was looking at emails and just, yeah. But, that's a year older than me. But are you? But yeah, like I say, when the one meeting fell through, and I guess I'm also trying to distract myself because I don't know if an opportunity that I have is still an opportunity. Basically, the place is willing to let me come and do what I need to do in office since I'm having issues getting it to cooperate on my devices. But the thing of the matter is that it's far. I don't drive. It would be a far bus, and I don't really like busing that much. And I told my worker, I will not be mad. I'm willing to take a risk. I have told her once or twice before, once I think, that, I'm ambivalent, I'm fine. If anything happens, but it would just be so much quicker and smoother, like, seriously, than busing, because she drives. So, we'll hope. I don't want to say, I kind of feel like I know the response she's going to have, but if I say it that way, and I hope she doesn't check with anyone either, like she just goes with her gut. Golly, I might not know many of these. And the ones that I do am seeing, I noticed that one the other day. It's kind of fast. It's kind of got funny lyrics. The chords are very simple. It's actually only seeming to be two of them. But, suppose we haven't had one person here yet, unless it's when I've been looking at the thing. Don't mind the dog. I'm not going to be rolling very long, I don't think. Just this book, which, like I say, I'm already kind of halfway through looking at. And then if anybody tunes in and starts chatting, with me, then maybe, but that's a lot of chord changes. It is a classic. I don't know if people too find that this song is done too often. Because I didn't come down here with my guitar, I think I'm gonna do it on piano. I have been enjoying the piano lately, mostly. And at about 20 minutes before when I would have had that appointment, ironically, it's kind of like, I mostly feel like I'm destined for music, and I just don't know how to make it happen on a large scale. But sorry about the dog. He's been out like about an hour or two ago. An hour. Yeah, almost two. He's got food, he's got water. He just gets hyper when podulating. When I'm podcasting. I am somewhat trying to be fancy with the word, but yeah. So I don't know this song. Although it does make me think about. I've heard somebody do it. I'm thinking about Nope, Mike. We only get 3 minutes on the mic. It's less than gorgeous even, and how I miss that place. But at least I'm at the piano now, so shh, please. That's an interesting one to be in here. I don't know if I actually want to play it, but let me see if I recognize it. And if I start playing, he might calm down. He'll settle down shortly. Sorry. I'm just looking at a new book, and that one has a lot of chords in it. A new songbook. Sorry about our dog, and the viewer left. You made the viewer go. Wow. I don't know if you did, but... And then this one's got really funny writing, as if it's like supposed to stand out to me. I know the title, but I don't know if I know the song. Let's give it a try. As I was walking down the street. Ooh, that sounds terrible. Sonny, please. Thank you. I'm gonna keep this book on the piano though, because most of the titles seem positive, positive type music, and some of them I'd like to hear, and so I'll let him. Sonny, go lay down. Stop it. You've had your needs met, and you're being disruptive. I love him and he's cute, but sometimes he's annoying. Now, I heard this one on the radio recently, and I didn't realize that this was what this song. I've heard the title. I didn't realize this was the song that went with it, is what I'm trying to say. And basically, yeah, it's kind of relatable. And I think it's a theme, and this is a cover, and it's not karaoke. So, I think it's a theme song for something, but I don't know what, and it doesn't say in the book. Oh, and I'm seeing a last name, and actually kind of a first name. 2 Bobs involved, and one's a Bobby. They're all triggers, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So, hopefully, it'll make the dog calm down. The road is long, with many a winding road, because when I am stuck heard that maybe I was supposed to go back to the drop. From which there's no return. While we're on our way to there, why not share? And the road doesn't weigh me down at all. You ain't heavy, my brother. First time ever playing that song, so welcome, viewer. Just looking through an old songbook, or a new songbook that is actually secondhand. So, and the viewer went, it's like, I only like the old ones that are first hand. Just kidding. Of the new ones that are. I really want to see you. I really want to be with you. I really want to see you. Lord, that it takes me so long. I feel it, but it takes me so long, my Lord. My sweet Lord. Oh, my Lord. I really want to see you. I really want to know you. I really want to go with you. I do all kinds of music, pretty much. Really want to show you my love. Don't take long, my love. My sweet love. Something like that. That does remind me, though, the other day on the weekend we were out. We walked through a church parking lot nearby us, and Glenn had to come back for something at the house, and so I was around it for about 5 or 10 minutes, and one of the songs I remember, and it was a Catholic church, and I'm not judging, and it's fine, but one of the songs that somebody had kind of fairly loudly playing in their car that they were sitting in was "Come on, feel the noise, girls, rock your boat, but I don't remember if there was another one. It seemed like that one went on for a while. I do always love Moon River. It kind of feels more of a nighttime song. Okay. Day by day is kind of how you have to live, but I don't know if I know it. And it doesn't look like it has many lyrics. We got a viewer just tuned in. Welcome. I'm just doing some music, actually. And if you have a song request, let me know. I do think I may have left my cell phone upstairs, but if nothing else, I can sing it a cappella. Because I would have to look it up because I'm recording this on the tablet. But I do have a book in front of me here. I just don't know how many of these I know. You want to hear No, you left. You want to hear No. I was going to say Prague in all of its glory. Sorry. Yeah, that was weird. The other day I came across someone. They had a Middle Eastern name. They didn't quite look it. They were non-binary cross whatever. Looked a lot like Carlin. But I don't remember if I was able to search the last name or what in their list, but there was a couple really like that, which is a stupid plot this movie, and yeah, with the thoughts of well, I've thought of already 2 or 3 kind of people from Britain. Sorry, I mean it's an experience I've had. I can't put it out of my mind sometimes, right? Well, this is kind of a religious theme song too. It just so happens to be. But it could be fun. It's an upbeat song. I know that there's a very interesting version of it out there. There's a few of them probably, but I'm thinking of one particular one. And again, not necessarily, and I know it's religious, but it's also a fun melody. I'm not saying religion is bad. I'm not saying it's good, But anyway, so yeah, doing a mix of songs. If you have any requests, let me know. Jimmy Ray was a preacher's son when his dad along, and they gathered round the parlor talking. I'm just looking at the music on the other side, so my eyes are funny. Cousin Jimmy would take me walking, in the backyard we'd go walking. my eyes. Lord knows by my surprise, the only one who could hit was the son of a preacher man. That doesn't sound chorded right. The only one who could hit was the son of a preacher man. The only one who could hit was the son of a preacher man. So that's one thing I discovered about this book is it doesn't have complete versions of songs. Some of them did look really short, but like this one, When the Saints Go Marching In, very randomly put into this book, which is not huge and mostly seems to be kind of light rock. Sonny, please stop. What do you call it? Might be a short one. And then it's got this one with 8 verses. That's right, has to put, I could just make those all wider, the staff, and then put them all underneath, but maybe they thought it would confuse the eyes. And maybe it would, but I didn't know that Scarborough Fair had 8 verses, did you? I know it has a few. Well, every song has a few, but maybe it has a few more than some, but... Sonny, please stop. Mozart number 40? Seems like it's the only classical piece in this book. That's wild. But if you ever lost that particular song and you got this book not expecting to find it in there, that particular piece of music or whatever, you'd be like, oh, I have it again. Woohoo. Sonny, be good. Thank you. It is winter here. I was thinking about, well, it's hard not to think about it when it is winter, but specifically, I don't know. I was talking about it with somebody not from here, a couple people, and wouldn't it be funny if they were flying overnight? But I don't think this is exactly when we expect to hear them. But this is a fun song. It's got a lot more voices than I realized too. But and I might need to put this overhead light on, or maybe I do need that other one, or just to move a bit closer. It kind of small writing, and my eyes are tired, I guess. But beneath the snowy meadows, cold and gray. I'm already getting it wrong, but I think that's just because I thought that's what the lyric was. What does this look like on? I have to squeeze this in. Oh, for goodness sakes. I don't want to mess this up. I wish he wouldn't loosen it by the actual bulb. I'm always worried about squeezing it too hard. Yeah, that's probably better. It's actually not as bright on the screen as I thought. The dogs are in there good. Yeah, that incense, the homemade incense, wasn't as strong and it burnt for a long time. At the moment it's a longer song, but at the moment I'm kind of chilly, warm, so, okay. Beneath the snowy mantle, warm and cold and gray, the Emery and Gene McClellan. Unworn grass lies waiting for its coat to turn, of your snowbird sings a song he always sings. And I'm just looking at the music on the other, kind of off to the side here. Speaks to me, flowers that will bloom again in spring. I was young, my heart was young too. We're talking about that. Ooh. I was young, my heart was then young. Anything that it would tell me, that's the thing that I would do. But now I feel such emptiness within. For the things that I want most in life, for the things that I can. Spread your tiny wings and fly away. Take me to the snowbank with you, to take the snowbank with you where it came from on that day. The Oh, this one's a fun one. Really random in this book. I have another book. It's got the curtains in it. Makes me think of cakes and that we've had, cakes that we don't have. But it is a fun one. I mean, I know it might, thoughts of Halloween, thoughts of like candy from strangers or whatever. That's singing candy. But it's a fun one. And it's from a movie, and yeah, I'm noticing the name less it was from another name, but it's from a movie that I don't know how the recording is, but we'll find out in a moment. That is pretty popular, and there's been reversions of it since, and I believe this song has stayed through the versions, but I think I've only seen one or two of them. Was one with Timothy Chalamet or something like that. It was lovely. And I think he was in a version of this movie, and then there was the one with Johnny Depp, who I always thought looked like Michael Jackson in it. But anyway, so hopefully the recording is okay in this, and if you have any song requests or topic requests, put them below. My device is fairly well charged, and this is my first time playing this, especially through this book. The other book we have it in, I'm not too sure if I know where it's at the moment. So, but take sunrise, sprinkle it dew. Just look at the music on this page. Covered in chocolate and sorry about the recording, it seems a little off. Man can kiss a candy man, thinks that it's... Sorry. Let me just sing it. I think you can tell that I have talent. I'm just struggling to follow this version. The candy man can... Candy man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Take a rainbow, wrap it with the sky, soak it in the sun and make a strawberry lemon pie. The candy man can, the candy man can, the candy man, the candy man can. Hear that? Take for them. It's also confusing. I don't think I've ever seen a music book do this. And I guess I know what it means. It's an F with a G. But it's like an F on top of a G. Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love, makes the world taste good. And it's weird to think that, well, I guess the world does taste good in some ways, but who can take tomorrow, dip it in a dream, separate the sorrow and collect up all the cream? The Candyman can, the Candyman can, the Candyman. There's an extra one of those too. Sometimes these things aren't printed accurately. The Candyman, the Candyman, the Candyman can, the Candyman can, the Candyman. Yeah, it's in there extra. So that's throwing me off a little bit too. Jill Jackson, Cy Miller. Feel like I know this one. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. Yeah, so I don't know that one very well. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, goodness, oh my. I have a loved one, a cousin that passed away. She had a hard life, but she passed away. Getting something? Yes, no. But anyway, basically years ago, and she played guitar. But I'm gonna try this on piano because it just, he is mostly laying good there. He's making some noise, but he's laying there, and as soon as I get up, he'll get up and wander around, and I'm almost through this book. So, but she played a couple songs on guitar. I can picture the book that the other one's in too, and I feel like it wasn't super long ago I seen it, but at the moment it's not jumping up to me around the piano here. But I always remembered her D flat. Ew. I always remembered her doing. I don't even know those on the guitar. The better version might. We might do versions of some of these songs again another time soon. And Glenn, who's been playing piano longer, although I don't know, we both have different skills. I guess he might be able to figure some of them out better. But it's a shared channel. But yeah, so basically, she did. I always remember her for these two songs, and this is one of them. But the viewer left. They're like, well, I'll stay for that version, then why would I want to see a train wreck? Just kidding, sorry. Jeremiah was a book. Terrible chording in this book. Absolutely terrible chording. It's supposed to be, Jeremiah was a bullfrog. And instead it says, Jeremiah was a bullfrog. It's just not right. Was a good friend of mine. Never understood a single word he said, but he always had some mighty fine rhyme. It's the other joy to the world. Yeah, he always had some mighty fine rhyme. But then the chorus is kind of a little bit awkward to possibly sing out. What the world? Some of it seems accurate though. What the world? I'm saying that before I've even tried this song, but I've noticed that through looking through this book. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing. Sometimes there's just too little love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There's always mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. There's just some for everyone. Not just for some, but for something like that. Okay, I'm nearing the end of this songbook. I don't actually have anything else prepared, but if somebody just tuned in, if you'd like to hear some music, feel free to suggest a song below. As long as it's not metal, I could probably do it. Not that I can't, and the viewer left off. It's not metal, that's all I like. Some people, it is. I don't really want to get into hugely my opinions about it, but the thing of the matter is that I can sing it. I just prefer not to. Hard rock, on the other hand, and pretty much everything else, I must admit, I'm not like orchestra classical music. Oh, he's good. He's laying on the couch now, being a good boy. And jazz and blues, I'm not huge about. Well, this one is interesting. I almost want to do it, but it's a little bit too specific, although people can hear it as they wish, but it's also a bit of a trigger. And that's the thing, I haven't talked a lot about like triggers and mental health a little bit, but the viewer left. But just for anybody who views this afterwards, because I think it's going to be a shorter one, unless people start tuning in and saying, commenting. Don't worry about, in far as suggesting songs, if something may be a trigger to me or anyone else, because the truth of the matter is I have the option to say, no, I don't want to do that song or talk about the trigger. And somebody else has the option, if they didn't request it or did and changed their mind, to not listen to it, to go and come back or wait till a different video or whatever, right? I mean, and that's not meant to sound uncaring or heartless. It's just, and I mean, sometimes it's hard to know what do we have control over, right? In life, it's kind of like, if you're anything like me, even though I do and I don't feel it, it's kind of like, I like to think that I am just, I am a very tenacious person. I mean, and I've had some struggles I don't feel like I've deserved, and actually it came to my mind, this phrasing, a couple times this morning, just kind of in writing comments to, Facebook posts that I've seen, where it says I've never really put it into this phrase before, but I said they've served their purpose. And I have thought occasionally though that I don't need challenges now. I need things to be easy. they say that you can learn from challenges, and yes, but and you got to expect some in life, but at the same time, and I mean, some things are good, and I acknowledge that, and I'm thankful for it. The biggest thing for me right now is my unemployment and my struggle with that, and getting my talents, out there to the level I want them to be. But the thing of the matter is like, I don't know. Interestingly, and I don't always feel this with triggers. It's true, but I am kind of thinking it this way now. It's kind of like, you know, in the example that I just used about music, like I do it with the radio fairly often. I mean, I'm surprised the radio in general. Just think about Ted and how there's still part of me that wants to work in that industry and Ashok, just thinking, but I don't like eerie silence either. And so unless I'm playing a YouTube video, and sometimes even if I am, I still have it playing. I don't often have it playing in the background when I'm doing videos because unless it's just talk station, which sometimes is hard to specifically locate, because I know that YouTube wouldn't like it. But from what I know, that's only been talking in the background very lightly. But yeah, so basically it's kind of like, but I feel like with the music thing, that is an example of where, you can choose a different focus or choose not. Or talk about it. Like, I mean, avoidance makes a lot of sense and sometimes maybe it is the best thing to do. But at the same time, sometimes you actually, I think, do have to address things. If you never address things, the wounds never heal and they possibly get worse. The emotional traumas or whatever. So, I mean, or the phrase, you can't ignore me. No, I was kidding. You can't ignore some things forever. Some things are more important to focus on and take a lot of work sometimes. But also you got to remember your values too. Like that one song a moment ago that kind of triggered me. It didn't strongly go against my values, the content. But also it must be said that certain points in someone's life, when things are very fresh and just really hard, it makes sense that triggers would affect you more. I mean, I've often thought, in some ways, if I was doing better, I wouldn't care about the stuff that doesn't work out. Or the things that are taking a long time to happen. It's just, yeah. Now this one is an oldie, but a goodie. I'm noticing a couple things about one of the names. For organ registration number 2. But I'm going to try and do a cover, but I don't know about singing the lyrics with this one. I just, to strangers, I don't know how it would come across. And I don't know how it would sound like instrumentally, but I'll give it a try. Nobody's watching at the moment, but see if you recognize this. And that being said, there is something pretty cool that the vocals kind of do, I feel like, and I could do them, and I kind of want to. Maybe I'll just hum it. I don't know if I've ever tried playing a song and humming. Mm-hmm. If the chording is right. I haven't played with that hand in a while, so. Something like that. The viewer that just tuned in, I just came to the end of this book, but I really didn't play much from it. And they left, and that coming and going thing, because I noticed it. I'm very attentive, and I'm kind of watching the statistics, of the video and how it's doing, and I'm curious, So there is that. That's and I acknowledge because I'm used to doing that back in Facebook days, but right now this is the best place to do this. So tempted to grab one of them two books. We interestingly, Glenn at work got donated a better version, but the same, just not coil spine basically, and another version of that series from work, which is good because the other one kind of started falling apart because it wasn't very well made, and like it had like not perforated but easily pull out pages. Not that we tried, but the dog is being good. My back is getting a bit sore though, so I don't want to be sitting here for too much longer. And it is a bit. Oh, this one doesn't look familiar either, actually. I kind of want to go sit on the couch and look through it. He didn't say that he brought home more music books, but when I move around, the dog sometimes likes to follow. Might be partly in his type of breed, come to think of it, but maybe not. And so if I went and sat down, he might jump up and ask for attention when I come to me sometimes, or I don't know, just be silly or whatever, or just not be as relaxed as he's being now. And But yeah, this book I've definitely not seen either. It's also got some previously written notes in it. You Decorated My Life, the title. Is there any other new books, just out of pure curiosity? Doesn't look like it, but that's fine. So we have a viewer that just tuned in, and you're in luck, although I am open to requests as well. There was a couple of music books that Glenn brought home from work. This is our channel, and I just finished looking through one. Honestly, it wasn't great quality, and there was actually quite a few I didn't know. It wasn't a huge book, but I found a slightly bigger book that I'm also not familiar with, just over here. I don't know what perturbed me to look over there, to be honest. So you can hear some songs. I'm just looking for the first one now. But if you have any requests, like I say, let me know. It mostly seems like rock, and I'm sitting at the piano. I don't know if I want to do... Oh, we got two viewers. I don't know if I want to do Take Me Home Country Roads. Would you like to hear that one? It gives me mixed feelings, but I could try and do it. There's one here called Ready for the Times to Get Better. I don't know it. There's another one in here that has a title that almost makes me not want to keep looking at the book, because I get like that sometimes. It's like, well, that's not kosher, and it's in this book. But I'm curious, and we do have one or two of you here watching. So, You Take My Breath Away. That's not the song I'm thinking it is, though. So I appreciate your patience. Copacabana. This seems like it's a fast one. And I've never played it before, and the viewer left. You're like, no, I'm going to the Copacabana, get a drink and some yummy food, and do some dancing, because it's not morning here. Or maybe it is, but it is here. Always a woman. Daytime Friends. Who's that by? This one's not very well either. I'm about midway through the book, and again, it's secondhand, but the pages are kind of falling out, and they're kind of perforated too. Ben Peters. Oh, my writing song. I just don't know. Oh, Country Roads, Take Me Home. Hello, Brock. How are ya? You know what? Thankfully, because these pages are old and kind of loose in this book, I'll use them as a bookmark and go back to Country Roads. Is this your first time watching our channel, Brock? Welcome. Country Roads makes me think of... Is this alphabetical? I'm going to just have to go to the front and see what page it was on. Makes me think of a summer camp I went to as a kid. Makes me think of some jams at a cafe that no longer is a music venue, nor is it in the same location, and a lot of people have passed away. So it's a bit of a trigger, but I'll do it because you're asking for it. Well, you're actually asking. What are you asking? Are you asking if that's the song that I was referring to? Because yes. And I'm also thinking of Brock that I knew back in the day. Brock, where are you from? I have also heard the name Broccoli as opposed to Bruce Lee, and I'm not meaning to be silly. Well, I guess I am meaning to be silly, not mean to be mean. Okay, where's Country Road? Come on, top. 244. Which is weird because I have the page marker at 111. I haven't gotten to 244 yet, but I said it. Oh, I think because the index is not in order. Oh, I see you doing lives every day, even with less viewers. Well, there's 2 at the moment. Yeah, it's usually about the same for the most part. You've been pretty shy up until now. How come? You're not giving up like that. Keep that up. Yeah, I'm trying not to. Okay, 244. Where are you? So you see me every day. Wow, that's interesting. And you've not said everything every day. I'm so glad you chose to today. Okay, 244. Here we go, baby. Like right at the end of the book. Does it even have that many pages? The index says it does. That's so weird. I must have unintentionally flipped to the back of the book. I know that my mother and and her sister, they sometimes read magazines from the back to the front. Or used to. Check your history. What do you mean by that? Genetic history? I'm just kidding. Seeing for the first... Oh, okay. I think what you're saying is you've noticed that I've been going live, and I guess subscribed. I guess you're just seeing me in the general YouTube news feed. But this is the first time that you're watching. Well, welcome. So glad to have you here. This channel is about music, mental health, supporting each other. It's a shared channel. The other person is, well, we're both kind of multi-instrumentalist. I'm not an instrumentalist. I'm not as much a flautist. Your previous lives, it says 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 6 days ago. Right. Anywho, without any more delay, after a swig of water, I would do Country Roads and maybe a few other songs. If you have any other requests, let me know. But I will have to go upstairs. Oh, we have a second viewer come in and get the phone. Although, unless there's 2, that's just chapstick. Unless there's 2 in this book, I have slight bad news because that's not the Country Roads I thought it was. This is a James Taylor song that I don't know. But so it's interesting that you asked if it was that one because I've discovered it's not. But I possibly, if I went upstairs and got the guitar, I could possibly do it by memory, or I could do it by memory on here. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River, life is all there, older than the trees. It's a pattern, kind of comic chord, but younger than the mountain, blowing like the breeze. Country road, take me home. Chris. Lead to the place where I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country road. So, what do you do for a living? Common question that people like to ask each other, but they shouldn't assume that somebody does work. That's the only thing. Because unfortunately I don't. And I guess if you had seen some of the other videos, but it's okay. I haven't talked about it a lot, but I have been struggling with unemployment. In fact, I think I said it earlier in this video. Come to think of it, but before you were here. And yeah, basically, trying to get some opportunities. One of the things is music, although I don't do bars and we don't drive, essentially. So it's kind of like life coaching, if you might need one. What state, out of curiosity? Photography. I have something coming up Saturday, actually, that's really on my mind. I could maybe talk about in a moment. I think I've talked about it a little bit in the other video. I started one and then ended up on the phone. But you're welcome still. And I wasn't always on camera, but hopefully, I think I stopped recording before I went upstairs, but I was kind of at the stairs and in the kitchen or whatever. But yeah, basically, seems like the viewer went. They're like, oh, I gotta go check that out. So no, oh, came back, or somebody did. The viewer came back the very next moment. The viewer came. I actually talked about Fred Penner in one of my videos recently. Do you know of him? Because I think he's popular more than just the States, but he's from my area. Ironically. Oh, but you ignored it? You ignored the call? Well, don't I feel special that you chose me over the call? I would suggest just watching it back because I don't even know if I remember. Well, I was talking about an event coming up, and I feel mixed about having to pay, but I want to build my portfolio. I want to have fun. I want to see the beautiful people. It's a fashion show. I'm going to be taking some photos for it. Not the only photographer there. It is kind of specific as we get a second viewer to a certain culture. I think the one I've been talking about knows that I'm not in that culture but doesn't care. Hopefully it'll go as well but better than the last time we went there to an event. That was somewhat similar. I was thinking for a moment there. Living in the U.S., originally from India. Oh, well, isn't that wild? Because, two reasons actually. Although I was being really I don't know. I have a new YouTube friend from India. We actually have interest in possibly emailing each other. The viewer just went. Maybe getting that call again. We had a really weird call the other day actually from a company that, it didn't say MTS with it though, but a company that has like phone, TV, internet, not that we have cable, provider, and they let the voicemail greeting play through and then didn't leave one. Okay, the indicator at the top keeps coming and going. I don't know what that means. But yeah, basically, it means the spammer just keeps calling you. You know, I used to work in call center jobs, surveys, and many years ago, and actually speaking about magazines a moment ago, which even then kind of were probably phasing out. Or they were and they weren't. I did that, then I also helped people get enrollment into college back in the day. But yeah, so basically, yeah, I don't think you're still here. I don't know what's going on. But for when you come back to continue watching, you know, I don't know if it timestamps or you say, oh, well, I'll just start from near the end because, well, I'll just skip to different points or whatever. Basically, yeah, the home-based business that we have has a lot of product from India, to be more specific, and yeah, that new friend. So, I'm not going to address any of your other further comments until you're back, because I don't think you're still here. Now, I don't know this part of this song. I guess I just know the chorus. Put the words in the I write the songs. That's one of those names. Funny because the name Rock is in the title too, but it wasn't quite serendipitous or random that he came across this video. It seems like he's been thinking about it for a few days. Again, I don't know why I was hesitating. I'll have to ask him later. Well, I kind of did try to, but anyway. But, it just shows that sometimes people, have the best of intentions to check it out or do intend to stay. And, he gave me a like. He gave me some good comments, including clap hands and fire at 9:50, which is about 10 minutes ago, I guess. 7 minutes ago, actually. And, yeah, like I said the other day, sometimes it's accidental that they like to go, or I don't know, it's not always personal. But sometimes it is, and if so, I demand to know why and to talk about it. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, in some ways I'd almost rather not. People just choose to go on, scroll on, as they say, instead of being mean, then that's fine as well. But we have 2 viewers just tune in. I don't know if one of them is Brockback? Mountain? Just kidding, sorry. Sorry. And now it's 1. So, whether it's Brock or not, we will find out. It just says an indicator at the top. It doesn't say the name. It is indeed me. What do you think of that joke out of curiosity? I've only seen the movie once, I think. I was doing a film review at the time for a magazine, ironically. So what state are you in? Oh, you spent your whole life in the U.S. Have you ever been to Canada? I'm from Canada. Did you ask me that? If not, there you have it. Yeah, but photography, filmmaking, life coaching, music, spiritual healing. We have a little bit of a home-based shop where we sell a lot of products from India, actually. Brock is not a hugely a name I would associate. But then again, you've been there all your life, and I guess there's probably a lot of that. But you're the only one here. And, it's important, when I form connections here, they matter to me. And like I say, since sometimes people are quiet and shy or whatever, you're chatting. And I'd like to put it out there, and it's already almost an hour into the video. If you'd like to stay in touch, we can see about Facebook later. But if you'd like to stay in touch, in-game name, what does that mean, first of all? In-game name. Which is ironic because the other guy from India was on about Minecraft the other day. So we got a second viewer, but they left already. So not the real name. Oh, which game is that? Oh, that's weird because Brock is I guess it's just a name you lock because it sounds like B-Rock. B-Rockin'. Between a Brock and a hard place. Sorry. That's why you maybe won't take offense because it's not your real name. Oh. 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 I thought you meant Call of Duty, but now you're saying it's from Pokemon, and as far as I know, those two things are not combined or the same. And if you're saying Brock is from Pokemon, I mean, I'm not a hardcore aficionado of either of those two, but again, news to me. But if you do mean Call of Duty, or if you played, or if anyone else plays it, and it also makes me think of something else, and also kind of makes me think about what we were talking about the other day. I'm sorry, but I do not find that kind of game kosher. The guy whose name is copied is from Pokemon. Copied to COD username. Anyway, I don't know why I keep trying to see comments and it keeps saying actions. For me it's too violent. I mean, too fast moving, I don't know. It's just, yeah. It's interesting though, because me and Glenn have been talking about video games a little bit lately. I forget what the one was he was talking about just this morning, actually. So you'd think I'd remember, but it's kind of interesting how it came up too, but I'll have to mention that later. By the way, if you wonder later where your comments are, if you come back and look at this, for some reason I've noticed that the live chat doesn't always display after, or at least to me it doesn't. But I usually catch the comments live while I'm live, so I get a sense of what they are. For example, consider yourself in a series and your name is Glenn, which actually it doesn't like to say because this is share channel, it's Corey. But anyway, and you put it up as my username in another game. Okay, I think that makes sense. You're trying to explain it to me, so I appreciate that. But yes, singing bowls. What do you think of them? To change topics for a moment. I don't know if I want to do dancing queen. But yes, I don't feel like games like Call of Duty are really healthy for the brain. That's essentially my only other thought to that. Or certain types of movies, certain types of... Yeah. I mean, I am pretty open-minded, and like as far as music, like I don't mind a lot of rap that some people might dislike. NGL. But I don't listen to music much. Really? Oh, you're one of those, eh? Well, I'm glad that you're liking this then. Is that a song request? NGL. I almost want to say, don't tell me right away. I want to make a few guesses, even if they're goofy ones. Not going live? No, just kidding. Never giving lentils? No, just kidding. Not gonna lie. That's weird. I know a lot of the... Sorry, I'm just getting a little bit stiff sitting on the piano bench here. I know a lot of acronyms. I use them, and actually a lot of people tell me that... Some people... mostly like 50 plus when it happens, I feel like, but sometimes otherwise I think they're like, I don't know all these acronyms, and sometimes I feel like I'm not writing in shorthand and I seem to still be told that I am. So what do you feel about my thoughts about that game though that I was just mentioning, and singing bowls? But yeah, now it makes complete sense. I mean, I guess the I kind of looks like an L a little bit too, but yeah, now it makes... Now, I guess maybe it's not a phrase that everybody uses. It's not a phrase that you're the only one that uses it kind of thing. But, yeah. If I've ever seen that one, it's been a while. NGL. That's funny that one of your other comments, too, because I don't believe I know this song, but there's a song in it called Name of the Game. So how was the telemarketing call, by the way? Sorry, I'm asking a bunch of questions, not letting you... Not pausing to let you answer. Unless you're good at remembering them and multitasking. Oh, it's by ABBA. So how come you're not... One more question, then I'll let you catch up. How come you're not much of a music fan? I mean, I think music is a universal language and it's something that we all like. To be honest, as a musician, I'll tell you one reason that I'm not. As I mentioned, you know, some barriers to getting gigs, and then in one of my other recent videos, I'm not getting to do as much with it as I would like. So I've been coming to YouTube a bit more, trying to do it there. Again, it's been hit and miss. I seem to be pretty popular with people from India, even if they're not currently in India, although the other guy was. But it's like, yeah, and so it gets kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? Unmotivating. And then when people flicker at the top, like that was one of my questions that you may have been gone when I asked, not to ask yet another one. And then I promise I'll let you catch up. But what took you so long to check out the videos? I'm just curious. Am I seeing that full comment? Are you saying... No, sorry, because I know there's other questions, but I'm just curious and everything. Are you saying that Not Gonna Lie isn't used a lot in real life? Definitely it's a younger well, I mean, I'm 38, but some people my age are younger, primarily. Mostly younger, I would say, use it. And I don't play a lot of online games. I haven't really been a gamer since childhood. And it's funny because the other guy from India also mentioned Discord. Is that new? Like, I had heard of it, but I'm not super familiar with it. YXFR? Okay, you're just saying abbreviations. Just a moment here. I wanted to. Sorry, another question, but only because of your comment. I'm glad this light isn't too bright, but it's a little bit bright in my eyes, and there's actually quite a bit of sun coming through the bay window. But after your comment that says it's not used a lot, and I know you're just emphasizing, there are a lot, many, dot, dot, dot. For some reason, and like I say, they don't like to show afterwards for whatever, so if you can keep each comment to 3 lines maximum, or, minimum, brother. I think I was going to get me on that one. My brain flops when I hear those words for some reason. Because I feel like I'm not seeing the full comment, and clicking the actual blurb is not showing it to me either. Oh, so that was the end of that comment. There are a lot, many, dot, dot, dot. As we have a second viewer, welcome. Feel free to join the conversation. Now, if you're seeing me read this comment, oh, they left. You hate Indian songs for some reason. Sometimes I find I come across a station that plays them on the radio. I hate it because I was almost in a band with somebody from there, and that was pretty much all he knew. One, he didn't care about depression, but that could be culturally too, but still, and I'm not of that culture. Two, he had just moved here, and then his brother needed to move to Ontario. Briefly, it said two again, and so he moved with him rather than keep his brother's apartment. And because he just had moved here, and I'm almost wrapping this up, to be quite honest. I don't know if you're meeting someone or whatever, but I'm almost wrapping this up, and I'll be right back. But yet you're going for breakfast. It could take a while. I mean, you can keep this playing in the background if you like. But yeah, yeah. I don't know whether I should still be trying to be in a band. Ye, I'm not sure what that is. X sounds like an ex-partner, but it could mean example. FR, F and right. We already covered the other one. FS, F sakes. The other one, TTYI, of course no. I do know the other one, I just, don't really want to say it out loud. That dot was put by me. Well, yeah, it wasn't put by anyone else. Going for breakfast. I ate half a almond croissant. There wasn't much almond in it, though. And stuff. I'll probably eat in about an hour myself. I'll eat myself in about an hour? Okay, that was disturbing. I'm not usually dark or twisted, but sometimes words come out funny, and I focus on that for a moment. Even though my grandmother lost her appetite as she got sick, I've always kind of found the let's eat grandma one coming. But I really, when I've heard it a couple times recently, and the lovely Dolly Parton did something with Fine Young Cannibals, and it makes me feel awkward to think about, because it's and I don't want to talk about that very much, but yeah. Well, I don't know what time it is there. It's 10 o'clock here. But, then it's brunch if it's a late breakfast. There's a few ABBA songs in here. It says one at the top again. Is that Brockback, or is it is that word, that phrase again? Say, like I say, some things just roll off the tongue, don't they? Or is it somebody else? I'm really going to wrap up soon. Oh, they left. They're like, yeah, but only the first time. You can't blame you. I mean, especially if you don't relate to it. I just realized that I gotta stretch for a moment, not that I'm gonna roll much longer, but I just realized that this is playing music now, and it could be recognizable. But I figure I might as well look at the rest of this book, see what other kind of surprises. That's just a weird coincidence. I almost thought, no, it's the same person. He's not going by his actual name, but he did say first time viewer, so. So this other guy has multiple personalities, so it's lying, you can find him. Some of these songs, however, this book has some songs that I wouldn't necessarily say are super positive. Heaven's Door, maybe Vincent, I don't know. But I did know a couple, and there's some irony connected to those. Actually, even how it all played out. He might think he doesn't usually get to the back of that pile. I don't know where to put this, back of any pile. Which is the biggest pile? Well, I don't want to pull that quote out. It says one at the top. Is it you back or someone else back? I don't know. Do I know Stardust? Personally? But yes, you can have this as background music if you're not out and about for brunch. If it is you. What do you... Well, I'm not big about a lot of breakfast foods, kind of, but not really. This is getting a bit longer, but it'll definitely be well under 2 hours, I would say, which would be my maximum. No, I feel like you can use them hand in hand. I bet no toast to clean. I know they're opposites, but yet they kind of don't seem to be for some weird reason. I, that flop kind of work. Can you tell what that was? I'm not sure if I want to actually do it though. But we have a viewer that just tuned in. I don't know if it's the person who's been here already or somebody else, but you want to hear Help Me Make It Through the Night, or is that awkward? Is that not the Country Road Song We Know song? I'm glad I was able to figure that out for him a little bit. Yeah, the other one's flashing, and you know what, like that, I can understand, not clicking in and waiting till you're actually ready to watch, but playing around like that at the top. Now we have two of those. So, do you have a song request? Do you have a topic request? Yeah. I'm just going to put this music book somewhere. And quickly flip through this one, which has some really old black and white photos in it as well. I'm not too sure what to think of that one, but nothing jumped out. So I think I'm going to wrap this up. Because Brock had to go. He did say be right back, but I guess he'll watch the rest of this one later from before he came in and afterwards, or he'll look at some of the other ones. I think I've sparked his curiosity, so I've done what I came here to do. Do what I've come here to do. But yes, I should do some other tasks now, and then have something to eat myself. And yeah. So thanks for watching.